Okay, so
Hi.
we're going to figure this tree thing out, and we're going to finish this project up, the parade project. Still can't get my trees to stand up, and I think I know why. Well, besides the fact that they're deeply unstable. So I think we're going to make, ooh, I got to glue a little doodad onto the back of this one. I don't want to forget. Should have done that before I started filming, but I didn't. So I think we're going to make bushes for the back of our trees, and that'll help make everything stable. Like I've said 100 times, when you're an artist, you don't get everything right the first time, sometimes not the 50th time. But it's about not giving up and recalibrating and trying to find new ways to make what you want to make. Maybe, and sometimes, you end up not making exactly what you thought you would make, but sometimes something better. Sometimes. And, as we've seen in other videos, sometimes things go horribly wrong, but we keep creating regardless. We just don't give up. Artists don't give up. Okay, I'm going to glue this onto the back of my tree and hope for the best. Oop. Oh my God. I was just on Twitter trying to explain what we do here in these little videos. Oh, that one's standing up. I don't know how I did it. The tree kept falling over and it's hard to explain to strangers that you're a little daft. But again, it's not about getting everything right the first time or the 50th time. It's just about not giving up. So, okay, that's enough of that lecture for tonight. Let's make some little bushes. Right? For the back of these, we were going to make bushes anyway for our scene. So we don't need them terribly high. They're just shrubs. So we're going to draw a little line. And that'll tell us how high they're going to be. And we're going to make 3 of them, one for each set of trees. So we've got the general shape, once again. We've got the height, we've got the general shape. And we're just going to grab our big fat Sharpie and do squiggly lines. Trees, you go over here and stop annoying me. You go over there, you go over there. Okay, squiggly lines. Ooh, the bottom of them should be flat. Whoops. Okay. Squiggly lines. And as I just said, and realized at the same time, the bottom of them should be pretty flat, so they're stable. I'm doing my 3rd bush, squiggly lines. Okay, taking the little Sharpie, doing more squiggly lines. Doing squiggly lines over to the side, right down, right off to the side. So the bush has sections. When we get done with our squiggly lines, we're going to draw our lines in like we always do. Yeah, just because I've done this 100 times doesn't mean things like the trees Doesn't mean I'm gonna get it right. And you know what? You may find a better way of doing this than I will. Just experiment and try. Okay, let's draw our lines. They don't have to go in any particular direction. In fact, the more chaotic, the better. Which is always the lines go in different directions. Okay. Tells the viewer that there are different sections of the bush or the tree or whatever we're drawing. Okay. I've got my 3 bushes with the squiggly lines and the straight lines going in different directions. I'm going to cut them out now. Yeah, I was on Twitter trying to explain this. It's hard to explain that this isn't about buying new things or trying to sell my book. That this is about quiet time, because people don't do this anymore. They don't just make things in quiet time. It's always flashy and glitter and bright lights. Having to have the best of everything. I find that exhausting. I like quiet. Sharing and quiet. Okay, I've got my 3 bushes cut out. I hope you have yours. And let's give this a try. Let's see if I maybe figured this out. I did a painting. I was working on a painting today. And it's a painting of a little girl, and I've done enough paintings now of people where you would think, I know what to do, I know exactly what to do, where you would think I would be able to just paint faces very, very easily. I spent probably 5 hours on this painting, getting the figure all laid out like we do, the same we do in the illustrations. How are you still leaning forward? Where we have a line down the middle for the direction of the figure, the direction of the face, where I block the shapes out for the face. It's the same thing, only with paint. Would you stop doing that? Yes? Are we good now? Okay, we're good. Put you over here. Okay. It's the same, it's the exact same thing. Laying down textures and ideas and lines and making notes within the painting as to what I'm going to do. So I spent 5 hours on it, maybe more, but 4 of it had to have been spent just on her face alone. And she's still not right. She's close, but she's still not quite right. So it's going to take more time. But that's really what it is when you're making art. You're making something that nobody has ever made before. So you have to figure it out yourself, each and every time. Sometimes you can get help. I just prefer doing it myself and figuring it out. I like the adventure. So what I've done is on the back of the bush, I put another little roll on. And that's what's going to help with stability and the weight. So on the back of the trees, there's another little paper roll like we always make. And yay, we figured it out. See? 2 little paper rolls. All right, my little monster, you're next. Little bear of a tree. Make sure it's even. Oops. I'll make another roll for the back of that one. There's a piece of scrap paper. There you are. I have 2 paintings going on right now, 2 different portraits. One's of a young African-American girl. The other is of a friend of mine who passed away. 2 completely different figures, completely different looks, completely different colors I'm going to be using. Yet it's always the same principle, just like in our drawings. It's the same basic principles. Yay! Tree is standing. Yay! Trees. All right, we got this. We got this. Oops, we got big tree. We got medium tree. And we got little tree. All right, little trees being a pain. Oh, I see why. I see why. Maybe you're having an easier time than I am. If you are, I am glad for you. If you're not, we don't give up. Just keep trying. You little tree, you are going to stand up. You hear me? Did it. Little tree is standing. We did it. All right. So excited. Let's put some paper rolls on the back of our guys and get them standing up just like the trees. This is going to be a little bit trickier though, because we've only got a couple big places. Like, I didn't really think this out. Again, we've got a space here where a nice roll can go and a skinny roll can go there. But you know what we can do? Come to think about, we can make this easier on ourselves. So before we make rolls, let's make grass and bushes to go behind them. All right? So I've got the height, the bushes and the grass are mainly going to be covered. Well, we could do that. Well, we could do a lot of things. But I know the height that I want to make it. They're mainly going to be covered by the figures, but I'm going to do it anyway. We will do it anyway. We're going to do our squiggly lines for the top of the bushes. Here, let's do squiggly lines down. Let's take our little Sharpie, do more squiggly lines. Building that chaos, love. Just squiggly, squiggly, squigglies. Okay? Let's draw some lines, rather, and for the bushes before we move on. See? Squiggly lines, and then we're doing the lines inside some of the squiggly lines. You see? In the sections. So we have movement. We have order in all this disorder. There. Okay. That's it. So we're doing that. Let's put some grass in there too. I'm not sure how it's going to look, but let's put some grass in there. And the grass are just boink, 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 boink. Just a few lines here and there. Actually, we could do it more like that. A few squiggly lines and straight lines sticking up for grass. Let's do it like that. Okay? So squiggly lines, sticky uppy lines, sticky uppy lines. Oh, my fancy talk. And that's it. Just did it quickly. Let's cut that out. You notice I don't worry about it? I just do the squiggly lines. We'll see how the guys look once we go to glue them on top. All right, fellas. Gotta find good placement for them. that's an idea. Since Scooter is leading the way. That would look cool. I'm going to glue mine together like that. I'm going to have Scooter way out front and the bushes behind Jimmy. Because he's last. Remember, he's the one who's dreaming all this up. Ooh, just bent Jimmy's toe. Okay, now we can make our paper rolls. We're going to hold this together, hold this up rather. I think I need a tall one behind Jimmy because he's so tall. He's so tall. So I just very quickly kind of measured out Jimmy. I'm going to have a pillar behind Jimmy or a paper roll behind Jimmy. Oops. That got away from me. That got away from me. Okay. There's one for Jimmy. Oop, and that one's going to be the perfect height to go behind Honey Bear right over here. I was so happy I got to go to the dollar store and pick up more glue sticks last week. Love my dollar store glue sticks. Okay. I'm going to glue the one behind Jimmy, the tall one. Dooby-doo. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Ooh, I don't want to put too much glue on Jimmy. The paper will buckle. I don't want that. Okay, let's see how this goes. Ta-da! Look what we did! Look what we did! Oh yeah, the paper, I put too much glue on Jimmy, so the paper buckled on his tummy. But it's okay. Look at that! Look what we did. Alright, let's get the trees. You're gonna stand up. You are gonna stand up. Come on. There we go. Ooh, someone wants to come on. Okay, I'm just going to tape it on for now. There. Stand up up, little tree. Stand up. I command you. Okay. We did it. Yeah, we could do other things underneath. We could put down pieces of paper and just draw some grass. We could draw a sidewalk for them to be walking on. But I think we're going to save that for now. Oh no! I think we'll get into that maybe in another scene or another illustration. But for now, let's just be happy. We got the trees standing up, we got the guys standing up, and we've got our parade finished, our parade project done. And it's kind of cute. Look at that, look what we did. Oh, too much glue on Jimmy though. Oh well. Oh well. Always do it again. All right, you guys, good job, really good job, and thank you for your patience. Big trees. Really big. Yeah, thank you for all your patience, but we got it all done. Look at what we accomplished. All right, we'll see you again soon, okay? Ciao. Oop, there it is. Ciao, ciao.